Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Noelle, and on this channel we talk all things bookish and bookish related. So if that's your jam, click subscribe and we welcome you into the fold. All right, so today we're talking about my March TBR-ish. I want to kind of talk about some things that I'm looking forward to reading in March. I don't even want to call it a TBR because I'll be honest with you, the last couple of TBRs that I had have been quite unsuccessful. And it's one of the reasons why I didn't pick one last month because I'm telling you, garbage. Okay, but today I'm only going to do, I think it's five. It's 5 books that I'm looking forward to reading in March. Okay, first up, the first one is Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. It's the 3rd book in the Legendborn series, and I cannot wait. When I tell you that I am so excited that the release date is early March, I'm going to a midnight release party on the 3rd so that I can walk away with my copy in peace this time. And I am so excited. I will say I am disappointed that I will not be able to make any of the stops on the book tour. But, you know, in my mind, me and Tracy are besties. So any conversation that we want to have about the book, we can have that at a separate time. But yes, I am anxiously awaiting to see where book 3 goes. In terms of the Oathbound the Legendborn series, I want to see what Brie is on. I sat in on a talk that Tracy did on Instagram, and she said that this is kind of Nick is coming back to the forefront this book. So I'm interested to see where that goes and where this whole love triangle situation goes. So that's all I'll say about that. You can tell I'm hype, right? All right, I have my notes here, so pardon me. The next book I actually have a copy of, and that is Watermoon. I'll pop it up on the screen as well because people have said that sometimes it's hard to read the covers when people pop them up on like this, you know, or we do it too fast. So I will also put that up on the screen as well. And this is by Samantha Soto Yambao. It has been everywhere. Some of the local bookstores have had this book as their book club picks. So I'm kind of intrigued by it. It's about a woman who inherits a pawn shop, and you can sell your regrets in this pawn shop, but apparently everybody can't see the pawn shop is what I'm gathering, that only certain people can find this pawn shop where you can sell your regrets. So I am interested in this. It's giving fantasy. It just reading the synopsis, the very short version of the synopsis. I didn't read the whole thing, but it kind of reminds me of Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So I'm interested in that one. So looking forward to Watermoon. The next book that I am looking forward to reading in March, hopefully. In my book club, actually, we have our eye on this one. It is Good Dirt by Charmaine Wilkerson. This is the author who wrote Black Cake, if any of you have read the book or watched the show. And I don't really remember what this one is about, but I feel like it was a family, a murder in a family, and the crime was never solved, and they spend time. I think I talked about this in my picks that I purchased, my book haul. But yeah, so I'm excited to read that one. I actually really enjoy the way that Charmaine rates stories. She's an interesting storyteller, so looking forward to that one. A lot of repeat authors in this TBR-ish list for me this month. The next one is Kristen Ciccarelli, I believe is how you say her name, or Cicarelli. Rebel Witch, which is the 2nd book in the Crimson Moth series. Sorry, the train is going by. I got a little thrown. I I was hesitant to read The Crimson Moth because of a couple of things. One, I was still kind of new to fantasy when I read that. And two, I was also on this whole fence of whether I liked reading YA or not. And what I since have discovered is I prefer YA fantasy, but not so much romance. So I am interested to see where this picks up from the first book. So, oh gosh, she's well, the words are huge though. I was gonna say she's a thick girl. But the words are huge, so probably won't read that long. But I am definitely looking forward to hopping into Rebel Witch. Oddly enough, for as hot as The Crimson Moth was, I have not seen a lot of people talking about Rebel Witch yet. So excited to get to that one before the masses and possibly a spoiler comes across my timeline. And the last book, well, I won't say the last, but the last book that's on my list of 5 is Beautiful Broken Love by Shanora Williams. I will pop that up on the screen somewhere as well. And this one is a a romance. It's an emotional page turner. Okay, cue tears right there. About 2 people still reeling from tragedy who look to each other for the strength to move forward. With books like this, especially, I don't like reading the full synopsis on the back because it just gives away too much and it guides me on how I should feel. And I don't know if I like that. Actually, no, I know that I don't like that. So I kind of stopped right there, but it's kind of like a sports romance. So I had that on it wasn't even an official TBR, but I had it on my list for February and I don't think I'm going to make it to it. So I just popped it onto March. So those are the 5 books that I am really, really looking forward to. I have them on my TBR, but there are a few others that I'm hoping that I can get to, but I don't want my list to be crazy long, okay? Because then I start to feel like a bit of a failure. And I know it's just a make-believe list, but I still like to hit at least 70% of it, right? But the other ones that I am like pumped about reading, the favorites, I can't even remember who that's by, and I'm not going to look it up right now. But if you just type in the favorites, you will see it. It is everywhere, and you've probably even read it if you're here. And the second one is Scythe and Sparrow, which is the 3rd book in the Butcher and Blackbird series. I don't know if that's the real name of that series, but you know what I mean. And that's by Bren Weaver. So those are the books that I am hype about reading in March. I would love to hear what books you're hype about reading in March, or a hype that are releasing or dropping soon. I love to add to my my TBR list. I mean, I may not get to it right away, but I do love to add to the list. I like options, okay? So drop me a note in the comments and let me know what you're excited about reading in March. And I hope that we get to all of them. And I thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, make sure you do those 2 things. Click the notification bell if you're really feeling it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.